Hey guys, how you doing? You're listening to Tough Crowd Podcast. What is it, 6 now?
6, yeah, I think so.
Tough Crowd Podcast 6. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just us two today, though.
It's just us, no Julian.
No Julian. Julian's absent.
Julian apologises. He sent a text. Got a medical issue. He's got a medical issue.
Should we say first that neither of us got the text? He sent it to someone else.
Someone else within the TAFE community.
Yes.
Diarrhea.
That's it.
Explosive diarrhea.
I like to think that's all it said in the text.
Where are you? Question mark. Comes back. Explosive diarrhea.
No. There wasn't even a conversation. It was just Tendai getting a text that said diarrhea from Julian.
Too much information. But anyway, like we're making fun of him, but without him, this ship is a rusty vessel that's probably going to sink to the bottom of the sea.
It took us 20 minutes to figure out
how to get the jingles working.
Exactly.
How to get load all the stuff up.
So, despite his poor digestion,
yeah,
we miss him greatly.
His poor nutrition. Well, who do we have today? With Dave Attell, Jim Jefferies,
Paul F. Tompkins and David Cross.
Correct. Do you want to start off?
Let's get into the first one. We've got Dave Attell, who's someone who I found out about through our favourite, Louis C.K., and I really like him. He's got a reputation for being one of the best comedians in the world at the moment, but doesn't really have a huge impact over here in Australia. He has his own show, which I think the premise for is brilliant. They watch porn, old porn, him, and then he'll have like a comedian and maybe a porn star, former porn star, and they'll watch old porn and just slam it. Like, they'll just make jokes like, oh, the thick hair and everything like that.
Right.
It's brilliant.
It's a TV show?
Yeah.
It's a legit show?
Yeah.
What is it? Who bought that?
It's got to be on one of the cable networks.
Yeah, they don't show everything, do they?
No. It's like, it's blurred out.
Okay, right.
But yeah, you can see them just goofing on it. So that's what he's got going for him at the moment. But his stand-up's brilliant. He's been around for a while.
Dave, he's one of the bigs, isn't he? He's like, definitely is idolised by a lot of comedians around the world for being just a pure comic. So let's give him a listen, do you reckon?
Yep.
There's no commercials for Jägermeister.
There's none. I've never seen one. Have you? No, I have. Right? There should be some, right? So you know what you're getting into. But there aren't any. But I thought of some. Do you guys want to hear it? Do you? Do you or don't you? You do? Okay. Commercials for Jägermeister. A guy comes out of a hedge. He's covered in mud and blood. He's holding one high heel shoe. Did I just eat a stripper? Jaeger. There you go. To the point. Direct. How about another one? Can you do another one? I think you can. A little girl is sitting on the swing, not swinging. A tear rolls down her cheek. Where's Daddy? Jaeger. There you go. How about a third one? Can you do another one, you think? You guys are great. Okay. A guy, let's call him me, is fucking the left eye of a pumpkin, okay? If that pumpkin didn't want it, why was it smiling at me? Jaeger. Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to teach. I'm teaching.
I don't know a lot about Dave Attell. I haven't seen a lot of his work. I've seen a couple of YouTube clips, but
yeah,
you a fan?
I am. I'm a big fan. But in saying that, I haven't seen a special of his either. I've pretty much I've gone through every YouTube clip.
Haul, yeah,
but I haven't.
Do you ever do the so much YouTube whoring that you run out of material? Like, there's nothing left that you haven't seen from that person?
Louis.
Yeah, I did the same thing with
Before
Louis.
I saw any of his specials, I was just a YouTube junkie, and I went through pages and pages, and I got to the point where I would go, like, type in Louis C.K. and then filter the results by the upload date, so I could see stuff that I've missed.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you seen the stuff when he was, like, really young?
Yeah.
And crap? Really bad.
Struggling.
He needs to be an old fat dude to be funny.
He's got patches on his jacket.
So what's Dave Attell's angle? What's his kind of like? What's his deal? Sell him to me.
Sell him to you?
Yeah. Not literally.
Oh, okay.
As in,
good. I don't own him.
Okay.
Will endorses slavery.
Let's bring it back. 2013.
He touches on lots of things. He does religion. He does racism.
Yeah.
I mean, like that little Jaeger bit there. That was just a funny bit about Jaeger.
Yeah.
So it's not like...
Yeah.
he doesn't focus on anything specifically. He touches on a broad range of things.
Like any good comedian should.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, we didn't really have much of a chat before the first comedian. What did you do on the weekend? What did you get up to? Anything interesting?
I didn't do much. I had a game yesterday and we
Soccer?
won. Yeah.
Great, well done. I used to play soccer, but...
What happened, Will? What happened?
Well, I went to an all-boys school.
That's hard.
How good would it be if you were gay in an all-boys school?
Pretty good, I'd imagine.
It's just like being the only guy in an all-girls school.
Would you? Yeah, I guess so. If you're a gay at an all-boys school, do you try and hide it, or do you just, you want to be loud and proud? Just because you might think there might be another gay guy here.
Well, there's two defense mechanisms. One's don't talk about it ever, keep it under the table, and there's one, I'm gay, and make it really obvious, and everyone knows, and he's the gay guy, Yeah. Who do we got next?
Jim Jefferies.
Jim Jefferies. Okay, I chose Jim Jefferies. You know Jim Jefferies?
I do.
Familiar? He's an Australian comic, very funny.
Yep.
He's a regular on the Opie and Anthony shows.
He is, yep.
He goes on there a lot. He's really popular in America, which a lot of Australian comedians who play on the Australian kind of character.
Yep.
Really successful overseas.
Well, the ones that aren't trying to hide it.
Yeah.
He's
very Aussie and is proud of it. And
exactly.
Carl Barron, that kind of comedian who's just obviously Australian, almost a caricature, and they become really successful.
Before we play the Jim Jefferies clip, can I actually mention an Australian or comedians in doing the quotation marks? Do you know what Rove is doing right now?
No.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
He's a talking head on E.T. That show E.T., Entertainment Tonight?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
No, he
lives
is.
in America now, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he went over there, he wanted to get his own show going, his own Tonight Show.
Rove LA or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Did you watch that?
No, never. I never watched the original Rove.
Okay.
I despise him. And then, I was flicking through TV the other day, and he was on there, and I thought, he's on for a week for a bit of comic relief. No, he's just talking about celebrities coming out of restaurants, that's all.
Wow, it's a new low.
How the mighty, again, quotation marks, have fallen.
How the average have fallen even lower.
He's working his way to the middle.
Although, what I did like about that show was Hamish and Andy segment. That's where they first started on TV. Did you ever watch those? The good ones that made it to YouTube?
Not really, no.
No, there were some funny ones. That's where ghosting started. Do you know ghosting?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the origin of ghosting.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you got to give something to Rove.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, so this is Jim Jefferies talking about religion. It's a popular topic between me and you. Some language, so if you're offended...
fuck you.
Yep, get fucked.
I'm not afraid of dying if I do get AIDS or something like that. I don't give a fuck. I hate life. I've never enjoyed one moment on this planet. I don't want to live forever. And the only people who want to live... I'm not worried about dying because I'm an atheist, right? Now, I know that this is a Christian country and I stand up for your right to be religious, but please know that you're wrong, right? Please know that you're living in a fantasy land and that after you die, nothing happens. Stop being a fucking child. I'm not scared of dying because I'm an atheist. I know I'll just rot in the ground, right? I won't even know I'm dead. Do you want to know why? Because I'll be fucking dead. Religious people worry because they believe in heaven. If there's a heaven, there has to be a hell. And everyone who's read that book knows that you've done enough shit to go to hell, right? And that makes it very stressful on your deathbed, doesn't it? No one want to prick you out going, this isn't going to be good. Hey? I don't want to go to heaven. I don't even want the option of heaven. I don't want to exist in a conscious state for the rest of eternity, constantly thinking. I don't like thinking as it is. Where's me passport? Can't punch women in the face. The Bible calls heaven eternal bliss. I don't care how blissful it is, it's eternal. You'll get used to it, and then you'll be fucking bored. And what's hell meant to be like? Fire and brimstone and eternal agony? That's what's written in the Bible. That's God's book. As far as I know, the devil hasn't brought out a book. We don't know his side of the argument, right? If you ask me, the devil and God are having an argument. The devil's being a bigger fucking man. Because God's just writing shit about him. And the devil's going, I'm not even going to fucking comment, son, if you talk about me like that. Let's think about this rationally, right? Which isn't a good point for the Christians, rational thought. Fire and brimstone and eternal agony. That's what's hell meant to be like. That's written in the Bible. Now, God runs the entire universe except for one place, which is run by hell. And the devil, which is run by the devil. And now the devil is his biggest enemy, and they don't get along whatsoever, right? Now, if you act bad, you go to hell, right? Now, you've lied, you've cheated, you've stole, you've been a prick your entire life. Why would the devil punish you? You're one of his boys. He's going to fucking dig you. That's where all the hookers and drugs are going to be. Don't think they're going to make their way into heaven. Don't think God's going to open the gate and go, Jim, you've been such a good guy. See this big-titted whore with a line of coconut? Knock yourself out, son. And what's meant to happen when you die and go to heaven? You see a big bright light. You walk towards the light. What's at the end of the light? All your dead relatives. Well, whoop-de-fucking-do. You ever spent a weekend at your grandparents' house? It's fucking shit! You'd be out there for an hour going, wish all me friends would die. Be out there meeting everyone. Hello, Nana. Hello, Grandad. Hello, Uncle who used to touch me. How did you get up here? Oh, that's right, you used to work for the church.
There we go.
There you go.
Jim Jefferies.
I loved it.
You think that he can rely a bit too much on the swearing and the...
I don't know if I think he relies on it. It just... I'm not a huge fan of... Like, I thought that bit, there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. It was brilliant.
Great.
It's just, I've seen some of his other bits, and actually maybe he does rely on... That's what bugs me. It's just fucking...
Yeah.
But, like, that
people say that it's too easy to swear in comedy.
It is.
But, at the same time, you try and get on stage and swear and get laughs.
Well, there you go.
You know?
And plus, if it's just flowing and it's just coming out and that's just the normal way you speak, it's fine. When you're putting them in systematically because you know a joke's weak and you want to ramp it up, that's when it's a bit off-putting.
You have to have the premise first all the time.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's what he does. Some comedians, though, you know, they rely on the
swearing.
And they have no
definitely.
substance to back it up.
Yeah.
Moving right along
to Paul F. Tompkins. Now, you
don't know him.
You don't know him at all?
Never heard of him.
Never
I saw
heard
a picture of him. He's got a moustache. That's all I know.
A brilliant moustache.
Great moustache.
He's a very dapper gentleman. He always wears a suit on stage, a very nice suit, and then the little handkerchief coming out the breast pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's kind of his thing. It's part of his personality.
He's American?
Yep. He's a story-driven comedian. He likes to tell stories on stage. That's why some of his stuff could be a little bit long-winded, but the punchlines usually pay off.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the clip we have here is.
You got it, mate.
Oh, no. This is shocking.
All right, well, we'll find out together.
Let's go
All
for
of
it.
us will.
Thank you, ladies. You know, I started stand-up comedy when I was 17 years old, and now here I am. But don't feel sad, because when I first started, I had a series of day jobs. It's a term we use in the business. And the first and worst was a hat store by the name of Hats in the Belfry. Let me walk you through that title. You know the expression, bats in the belfry? Meaning that something's a little left of center, a little crazy, not quite normal. This place was going to be fun. Folks, what is more fun than trying on hats? Nothing. Without a doubt, the most fun hats to try on were the fanciful costume hats we had up on the wall. And folks, this was every kind of hat you could imagine. Why, there'd be an oversized 10-gallon hat, like you were a cowboy in a cartoon. There'd be a Roman centurion's helmet. They're not still around, or are they? There was one specific hat that had a very specific name. And ladies and gentlemen, more than once this happened. Someone came into the store. I was working there by myself. This person pointed to the specific hat that has a specific name and said to me, "Yeah, let me see that king hat." It's not called a king hat. called a crown. You know this, sir. What are you doing? You ever seen a king? They're pretty grand. I don't think they're going to settle for king hat. More than once this happened. 6 months later, totally different person. I'm working there by myself. This guy comes in, hey, can I see the king hat? What is happening? More dictionary changes? The best I could figure was 2 people got together. They decided they were going to drive a perfect stranger crazy. All right, I'll go in first. King hat. You go in 6 months later. You're going to want to do it sooner. Half a year minimum. Neither one of these geniuses purchased the king hat. Oh, you won't be buying the king hat today? You won't be buying the king hat using your value papers? In that case, let me show you to the go-away hole. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you.
I remember where that's from now. That was from the Melbourne Gala.
Melbourne?
Yeah, it was an Aussie crowd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, loved it.
Aussie crowds are good crowds.
Yeah, American comedians love coming to Australia.
Arj Barker. You know Arj.
He's made his whole career in Australia, pretty much.
He built his career here.
Yeah.
His largest fan base is here, I'd say, pretty much.
Do you think he sells out in the States?
Yeah.
He gets good crowds.
Yeah,
surely he would, yeah.
Yeah, but he just has a connection with us. And also, Stephen K. Amos.
Yeah.
He's big over here.
Yeah, true. He's not really my cup of tea.
No, I don't like him. Because all he does is talk about how crap Australia is.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to our country, mate.
That's like that thing like Bob Hope used to go up on stage and like, what's the name of the crap part of town?
Yeah,
like
just make a joke about it. Yeah.
How about those people from whatever? Yeah.
Paul F. Tompkins. I liked him.
You liked him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check him out. What does he do? Has he done anything? Is he just stand-up comedian?
Just stand-up, pretty much. He has a show that he does in LA weekly. He's been doing it for years.
A show?
Like his own stand-up show, but it's kind of like he'll sing as well.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really... Like, there's a clip on YouTube of him singing a Smiths song.
Right.
And he has an alright voice, but he's just, at the same time, like... Every 30 seconds he'll do something funny. Yeah. It's very weird. Right. Like, I don't really know another comedian like Paul F. Tompkins, and I guess that's why I like him.
Have we had Zach Galifianakis on? Have we?
We haven't, no.
I can't believe we haven't done that.
We should. We haven't done Chappelle.
No. Have we?
No, we haven't.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know the bad thing about doing Chappelle is...
What bit? What bit do you show?
Exactly. Yeah? There's nothing we're going to play which hasn't been... said a million times before at a water cooler by someone who can't do it properly.
But that's the beauty. It's a classic for a reason.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we can find something, a little hidden gem that no one's heard before.
Well, that's the challenge. I reckon Chappelle and
Galifianakis.
Yeah.
Done. Next week.
Okay.
Last up.
Who have we got? David Cross.
David Cross. You might know him as Tobias from Arrested Development. Brilliant show.
Born on my birthday.
Born on your...
Born on the
You
4th.
were born on his birthday.
I was born on his birthday.
Yeah.
He's quite considerably older than me. On the 4th of April. So
we
have that in common. I now like him a lot more. I think he's way funnier.
You liked him beforehand, though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Of course. His character in Arrested Development is brilliant.
Brilliant, yeah.
It's amazing.
All right. This bit, is kind of... we chose it because it's kind of applicable to us. Being young radio DJs and young podcasters, this is kind of what he's talking about. The stereotypical loudmouth American DJ is kind of this is the opposite of what we want to become. So enjoy the clip.
I guess so.
But the worst part about doing clubs is if you're headlining, they fly you in the night before and you have to fly in early so that you can get up extra early in the morning the next day and do the morning zoo crew, fucking drive time radio shit to promote the show, and it's the fucking worst, man. That is a fucking nightmare. Even if it's 15 minutes, it is the worst 15 minutes of your fucking life, always. I don't care if you've been in a fucking shark attack. I would rather if I was in a shark attack and then they had no anesthetic and they had to heal it up and they sew it up, I'd be like, this sucks. But then if 2 DJs came in to interview me, I would fucking shoot myself. I'd be like, that's it, I'm done, man. It's the fucking worst. Those guys, and they're the same everywhere, all across the country. They're all the same 2 motherfucking asshole clowns. You know, these guys, there's all, you know, it's 2 guys, 2 nutty guys. You know, they're crazy. You know, and they all have the same fucking Lewinsky jokes they're still telling in fucking, you know, 2002. They're telling, you know, and all this shit, and they think it's so clever and funny. It's always 2 guys with, like, Hawaiian shirts on, you know. It's like 6 in the morning, and it's like Hawaiian shirts, and you know, you can tell they just did a pound of blow like 4 hours earlier. Huge Jimmy Buffett fans, you know, you can tell, big parrot heads they are, and, you know, hanging out, and there's always like 2 guys. There's always this guy. There's this guy who talks like this. He's always named after some kind of animal. He's always the bear or the cooter, you know, or whatever. And then there's his partner who talks like this. So it's this guy, and he's always the madman or the crazy doctor, you know. All right, you're listening to KZ103, Kansas City's home of the rock, you know. We've got the best alternative rock, Stained, Linkin Park, POD, the best new sounds, you know. And they're fucking, oh, it's the worst, man. It's, you know, it's like, all right, yeah, well, we're here with funny man David Cross. David, you didn't know it, but you're just in time to help us out with the Friday morning fart song. Like, what? No, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. All right, you're here with the Gator and the Lunatic, you know. So
I just like the part where they tell him about the Friday fart song, and he's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
That's not going to happen. Yeah. I think, you know, he says that they're the same across America. They're the same across the world.
Yeah, I mean, just during the clip, I was trying to think of an Australian example. I mean, do we really have, like, that zany brand of radio here? Over here, it's like that same 1 male, at least 1 female
charismatic
dynamic.
Australian male.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the woman that brings them down to earth. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, the classic. The Carl Sanderlands and
Jackie.
Yeah. Well, the Carl's doesn't really fit that bill.
No, he's more of a...
He's a weird man.
Yeah,
he's gay, but he's straight, and he's...
Is he gay?
No, he's not gay at all, but he's gay, you know. He is gay.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes.
He's gay. Like, when he talks, you're like, you know, he's gay.
But I can't think of one example of, like, the 2 guys. I guess, like, you have football talkback shows, but that's not even really...
Yeah, what about, like, Triple M or something? Like,
yeah, there's got to be something on there. It's
guys.
just...
It's like ex-footballers, ex-AFL, you know, players.
Yeah.
Those guys.
I think in this country we more go with there has to be a female dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is frustrating.
Well, that's it. It's a short podcast.
Short podcast without Julian.
We really struggled without Julian this week, playing shit when it wasn't meant to play.
Like chimps trying to walk the board here.
I don't think I'm ever going to take Julian for granted.
No, never.
Ever again.
I'm going to get him some nice diet tips.
Yeah.
I'm going to help him out.
Fibre.
I'm going to get him back to peak fitness.
Uh-huh.
And then he can work the board again. And he can play we miss sound effects.
We got the outro. That's good.
Oh, the outro, yeah. There you go.
Here's our hectic outro. Thanks, guys, for listening. Keep listening on SoundCloud, WillGreen_podcasts. Keep it real.
I'm a banana. I'm a banana. I'm a banana. Look at me, man. Yeah. I'm a banana. I'm a banana.
Just shut the fuck up and get a job.